The Sportster S is clearly not known for its touring capabilities, but that doesn't mean it can't tour. We just need to make one small change, and this bike will be ready for anything that you throw at it or on it. The old Sportster S and even the Nightster had a back seat that you could put soft bags through and call it a day. Kind of like these. I'm not too sure if you've noticed, but on this, you either get a slick back like this with no support, which makes it pretty hard to strap anything onto, or a passenger seat, which is bolted from the bottom that you can't slide anything through.
Since this machine basically sucks for storage because it literally has none, I need to do something to fix that.
When I go out and record, I need a place to put my camera equipment. And riding with a heavy backpack just gets annoying. Which usually means I end up opting to ride another bike.
But I absolutely love riding this bike, and I am sure that you guys would actually enjoy having a place to at least put a water bottle or your wallet. Literally something to call storage.
So the awesome folks over at Nice CNC sent me over this bracket, which addresses that exact problem. So you basically remove this cowl or the back seat, and this bracket gets bolted exactly where the rear seat gets bolted to. And since my backpack won't backpack on this bike anymore, I'm not losing anything at all. So let's get this thing put on and see how it fits. So it basically comes with all of the needed hardware. Obviously has the plate where you mount everything up to, this back plate that goes exactly where the rear seat is bolted onto, these brackets so that the mounting plate actually sits nice and flush, and then all of the bolts and washers needed to do the install. And to install this, you're gonna need a T4, a T5, and a 10mm if you can find one, and a wrench. Yeah, this is a wrench. So let's go get this thing put on. So first, we're gonna take off the front seat. For those of you that have the rear pillion, you're gonna have to take this off first. It should be a Torx bit, but if your seat is like mine, it doesn't have matching hardware, so we're gonna take that off first. The factory Harley bolts are gonna be T10s, which we'll go ahead and take off now. And then for mine, we have the not so Harley 10mm, but like I said, the original Harley hardware should be 3 T30 bolts. So now that we have the 3 bolts out, this lifts, the rear backrest comes off, bolted with 2 holes, and the seat was held down with 1. This is the best part. A scorching hot seat that doesn't want to come out. Ta-da! And then we have one more T30 to remove the strap. For those of you that just have the rear cowl, you literally pull it up from the back and it comes off just like this. And these guys right here is going to be the spots for the mounting holes. This is the rear bracket and this is the front bracket. This is also where the rear passenger seat is bolted to. All right, let's get this thing put on. For those of you that have the rear seat, this mudguard will actually need to be removed. So we got to go ahead and remove these 2 plastic pieces on the side. We have 1 bolt right here on both sides, and then we have 1 bolt here and 1 bolt here that needs to get removed. And then these side pieces should just pull right off. Ta-da! And then we have a T40 on either side to take off the mudguard. Boom, 2 bolts out, mudguard comes right off. All right, so I'm gonna put the bracket diagram right here, but essentially you have these little dowel pieces that go right here to space this bracket from right here. The 2 lower ones go towards the back, the big one goes towards the front, and then you have 2 long screws that go through these holes right here on the back, and then this shorter bolt actually has a nut already built in right there. But I need to put the side pieces on first because this sits on top of them. So essentially it goes like this: short bolt through, little bracket, spacer, and then this actually has a threaded nut that it fits into. All right, so now that we got these brackets put on, they are still actually finger tight, because this has an alignment hole for the front, so I can actually finish tightening that once I get this bracket on. So we take these other screws. And now we finish locking this piece in, and that should be it. Okay, so this thing's on there. It took about 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you gotta remove the back seat. Sturdy and firmly mounted on there. You should not have any issues packing any weight onto this thing. And you can still strap a passenger on the back, even though that is not recommended. Now it's time to talk about this bag right here. I'm not gonna be doing any overnight trips or long out-of-state trips, so I chose to get a smaller bag because it fits everything that I need. It comes with the necessary straps so that I can put it on the mounting bracket, just like this. And most importantly, I can fit all of my camera equipment. Check out the link down below in the description and use code NM11 at checkout for an extra discount. Also, it's not just bags and brackets. They also have bar risers, pegs, levers, a bunch of cool aftermarket stuff to personalize your Sportster S. And I chose to get this bag, but there's also this like 66-liter bag, which is huge, big enough to fit everything you need, like shovels, black bag, duct tape, you know, the usual stuff. Now it's time to do something no Sportster S owner has ever done before.
And that is run to the gas station for an errand to get some snacks, because I actually have a place to put it.
So yeah, now I can actually put stuff on the Sportster. My camera equipment, I can put water, wallet, whatever it needs to be. I can put some small stuff on there and I don't have to carry it on me, and I don't have to have a backpack while I'm doing it. So super big shout out to Nice CNC for sending out this bracket and this bag. And if you guys want to fix any more problems on the Sportster S, check out this video right here or this one right here. Peace out, guys.